Hi, welcome to This Week at IGAD. My name is Iman Haji. This week, momentum continued as the organization and its specialized institutions brought together partners to advance regional action on peace building, food security, climate resilience, and the protection of vulnerable communities across the Horn of Africa. The week began with IGAD renewing its call for dialogue and restraint in Somalia, reinforcing the organization's continued commitment to peace and stability in the region. This was followed by action to strengthen cross-border cooperation and preparedness. In Namanga, a regional One Health engagement brought together stakeholders from Kenya and Tanzania to reinforce coordination and support responses to major zoonotic risks. In Nairobi, partners also worked to improve climate services for agriculture through discussion on impact-based forecasting for maize and beans in Machakos and Makuni. Nairobi saw the launch of feasibility study for the IGAD Climate and Disaster Risk Financing Facility, an initiative aimed at expanding protection for vulnerable communities. In Addis Ababa, the dialogue continued on the ratification of the IGAD Transhumance Protocol, helping advance discussions around cross-border mobility, cooperation, and regional stability. Addis Ababa also hosted a regional workshop that endorsed standard operating procedures for the cross-border protection of children on the move. In Nairobi, IGAD also called for urgent and coordinated action to respond to the child wasting affecting 4.8 million children across the region. Efforts to support peace and recovery also remain active. In Addis Ababa, the IGAD Special Envoy for South Sudan held consultations with the Minister of Foreign Affairs Ethiopia in support of the implementation of the revitalized peace agreement. In Djibouti, IGAD and the IFRC aligned priorities on food and water security along the Ethiopia-Djibouti corridor. In Mogadishu, a social cohesion workshop concluded with a focus on promoting unity through community activities and sport. The week also featured the participation of the IGAD Youth Envoy in an expert meeting validating a regional report on youth policy performance in the Horn of Africa. These efforts reflect IGAD's continued commitment to regional cooperation and to building a more resilient, stable, and inclusive Horn of Africa. That's it for this week at IGAD. Until next time.